Oh, I forgot to get the game back. I was charging the controller, so I am back. I got up. I made sure I had some circulation about me. And now we're going to see what's going to end up happening. I'm concerned that there might be some noise soon, but I'm probably just going to stick through it because I already said I was coming back for another day, and it just doesn't make sense for me to preemptively possibly stop streaming in case. I just don't know what's going to happen. So here we are. We're in the game. It's been kind of amazing because we got so much fabulous stuff done already. We got, what is it? 2 new pigs. I'm actually going to change the title real fast before I get right back to it, because people need to know if they come by what's actually happening. It's sunny today, and for a refresher, it's going to be cloudy with gusts of wind tomorrow, and the spirits feel neutral today. And we just learned the trout soup recipe. We got a crystallarium down. Wish I knew how to spell that for the description. Let me just throw in here real fast. I forgot to do it. I'm a little bit off my game, but I'm going for stuff anyway. And okay. I can't remember what I was going to name it. I was just going to update on the stuff we got done. So while I'm thinking about it, got some more corn to pick. Lovely. Gonna come over here and try to finish fishing. No. I need to grab the recycling because I need to take all of this. I think this is the last day. I keep trying really hard not to complete this in the last day. And I keep completing it, running right up to the last day. So let's go fish in our pond and drag out a whole bunch of trash because Joja. I don't even need to cast that far. Let's stand here and cast about halfway. Let's chillax. I was stuck in this place for a while, but I figured out the keys I was looking for flew across the room. When I threw a grenade in the room, LOL, I saw that pop up after I'd already taken my break, so I went to go ahead and read that. Yeah, that's a nice get if you're busy doing one thing, and it helps you to find the other thing you were looking for. We're going to get a whole lot of recycling really fast. Leisurely, relaxing, watching the autumn leaves fall. You get so much trash out of here, it's ridiculous. You don't even have to try. I'm literally just going to stand here and fish as much of this stuff out of here as I can get. I think one more piece and we can run up and complete Linus's desire. And I'm trying to figure out if I'm planning on, well, I'll stand here while I'm thinking about it, if I'm planning on going to the woods right now. We have the option to spend this 10 grand to get the kitchen going, and then we can cook our own food. So I'm thinking it's best to run as quickly as possible. We just need 20. We've got 20? We've got 20. We've got more than 20. Okay, let's run down, check and see what's happening in the woods what we might have to buy. Because if there isn't anything hyper expensive, at this point it would be so obnoxious if there's a truffle, because having just bought the pigs, it's almost guaranteed I think that we're going to get a truffle ourselves. But if it's here, it's going to be tempting as heck. I have to prepare myself for the possibility that that's going to happen. Fiddlehead Fern, what she's got today, she says, I've got a little bit of everything. Take a look. Fiddlehead Fern, 5 bolts of cloth, way too expensive each. $23.50 each. No, heck no. We can make that for ourselves fairly soon. Actually, I'd like to get some rabbits. I like rabbits. They drop wool, and then you don't have to get sheep unless you want to. And if you're spending everything on pigs, it's very nice not to have to get the sheep. But fiddlehead fern, cloth, tulip bulb, oil of garlic, milk, roots platter, that's nice food. This will get you digging for more. I'm gonna grab that. It's 300 gold. It gives you +3 attack. And for 5 minutes, 36 seconds. And 125 health, 125 energy, 56 health, but we don't really need that necessarily. That's really good energy and health, but I'm thinking about that +3 attack. I want that. And solar essence and sashimi. Bean hot pot, void essence, house plant, and a coffee bean. So I think the only things here necessary to get just for whimsy are, no, only one thing, just the root platter. Nothing else is really necessary. Might as well grab this berry and chop some trees, because at this point, I mean, it's Sunday. She's not coming back until Friday. Should I upgrade the kitchen? If I get the kitchen, that money is just gone. We can make it back technically because making food is such a nice addition to the game, but if I were to decide instead to go buy a bunch of plants, crops, and plant those, oh, I'm running out of energy, dang. And my inventory is too full to pick all this up. It's fine. I'll run back and pick it up later, just trying to get a bunch of wood. I'm really just after that wood. I'm gonna eat 1 piece of corn because there's a lot of stuff here. I can pick it up now. Out of energy, so let's eat the 1 regular corn. And I will drink the Joja Cola for speed. And I can pick up all this stuff and run back faster. So I might just bypass the farm and run up and complete Linus's community cleanup thing now so I don't forget after all of that work. Because that's very possible. So it's just gonna take a quiet run through the valley, because in order to put this stuff away, there's a bin that you've got to toss it in, and I'm about to run straight to it. Starting now. I don't think that's spoilery stuff. I'm not sure. It might be because I did have a hexades of a time. Oh, a lot of stuff is sprouted over here. We can get on the way back. I did have a hexades of a time finding this the first time I had to do it. I could not find the bin, and it was pretty frustrating. Oh, that is an artifact that we need for the museum. It's not in there yet. First we're seeing of it. It's a small skull. Alrighty then. Let's throw the trash in. Don't really need much from the trash. And throw this in, and I will put the rest in with a piece of wood and keep that paper, the newspaper, because the newspaper can turn into fabric if you put it into the recycling machine. Haven't I already shown that in the game? Isn't that how I got that? I got it. I was like, is that? No, I've already shown it. The newspaper can turn into fabric, so I really like to keep it because I'm always in need of extra fabric. So we've now completed community cleanup, where Linus says, I have an idea. There's a lot of trash in the water. Why Why don't we fish it out to make the valley more beautiful? Sign Linus. We get 500 gold as a result. And I do think it increases our friendship with him. Friendship hit points. Each and every day in the valley. So, let's chop these trees while we're at it. And I've still got some extra corn to eat. I will not chop the fiber because I've only got so much inventory space, so why bother? Oh, the leaves flying. I'm missing an excellent opportunity to save on a lot of food hit points by going in here. It's just that, I mean, I could plant a whole bunch of crops and turn that 10 grand into way more than 10 grand, but only if I can make it to Pierre's on time. Is it that important? I think this is a good day to do it. If I put it off for too long, I won't be able to plant some of the stuff like extra pumpkins. I think it's worth it. There's nothing else we have to do. Oh, let's talk to Demetrius. I forgot to bring the fish, but he said we could keep the fish anyway, so maybe we don't need to have it when he looks at it. He's not in here. Okay, maybe he's by the house. Yeah, found him. Thanks, Jules. We got a prize ticket. I didn't want to lose the prize ticket. I'ma hop off and go to bed. I'm super tired. All right. Fabulous. Go sleep and go rest and have a good night. And thanks for popping in. And enjoy the rest of your day. I'm gonna stay here and stream until, I don't know. I guess until I just get completely exhausted and can't anymore. That seems to be how it goes. Okay. Thanks, Jules, Demetrius says. The smallmouth bass population. So hard for me to say. What? What do I have to read here? The smallmouth bass population was getting out of hand because of a genetically modified super smallmouth bass escaped from a fishery and started multiplying because of was getting out of hand. Oh, let's try that again. The smallmouth bass population was getting out of hand because a genetically modified super smallmouth bass escaped from a fishery and started multiplying. What? Your hand is like a shark's fin? What's happening? You've got magical, super deadly, super bass? Are you kidding? I'm a super bass, I'm super bassy now? Is that what's going on? Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and call out 1.6 update dialogue. I have never read anything like that in my life, and I'm pretty sure I would have remembered if I had ever done so. What? Super smallmouth. That's absolutely... Sebastian says the sun is coming out less and less these days. Wonderful. I think that's supposed to sound creepy, but I'm not a fan of light that hurts. I am a fan of nice, cool, comfy, cozy weather, so I'm gonna fall on the side of Sebastian and say yes, the cooler, the better. Linus says, I don't like to stay in one place for too long. This always makes me think maybe Linus will move away in the end. Maybe there's some part when you played the game for a decade and he moves away and it's really horrendously sad. Or maybe he'll just love it so much in the valley that he finds his place of home. Who knows? I don't know. It'd be kind of sad if he goes away. But it's his life. He's got to live it. No, I thought I had an extra space. I don't have a speed buff food in my inventory? Well, dang. I'm going to have to come back and do a lot of foraging. I don't have any inventory space. I'm going to have to sell that corn. It didn't occur to me that if I was having to run past foraging. This is funny, there's a place in town where I usually put a chest, but my inventory is full, so it'd be hard to make the chest right now. I don't want to just lose everything. Let's come in here and see what Gus Gus has. Oh my gosh. Okay, he's got a stuffing. That's not bad. It's +2 defense, and I always forget my defense capabilities, so it's totally worthless for me, because I'm just not going to use it. It just doesn't seem to set properly with my brain, so I never get the defense foods. I wanted to buy coffee, and then I suddenly remembered no inventory space, but it's fine. My plan is just to run up here to Pierre. Help wanted. I need an iron bar if it's not too inconvenient. Pam, 360 gold on delivery. Pam will be thankful. I think I'm going to keep my iron bars for myself, Pam, but we'll see. We still need some heavy profits. I recognize the wallpaper and the floors scrolling by extremely quickly, but I'll stop for a second so it can be seen. Little wallpaper with trees, and the floor is a beige and cream check flooring. Do they call that parquet? No, that's a wooden thing. I don't know, it's just square tiles. It's like a Harlequin thing. One color next to the other color. Repeat. So I'm going to sell the 4 pine cones, all the sap, and the top level corn, because that's the most obvious stuff. And then I don't think I need more pumpkin seeds. I wonder if the pumpkins have sprouted on the farm. What if I just buy a stupid, obnoxious amount of pumpkins and plant them wherever I can make space? I could get, so eggplants take only 5 days to mature. If I get eggplant, bok choy, and yam, my inventory is full, but I can also just sell. I have an individual blackberry. I actually can just eat the individual blackberry out of energy. And I will also, I guess I'll just go ahead and eat the silver blackberries, and then decide what else to do. I'm gonna get I don't know what I need a lot of eggplants for. Year 1 I seldom use them in just about anything. Recipe wise, you can use them, you can cook with them, but why? What do I need them for? I don't want to just grow a million of them, because if I grow a million, all that's going to end up happening is that I'm going to sell them when I need profits. So if I'm growing something I'm going to sell when I need profits, why not buy more pumpkins? Yams are extremely good food once you get the recipe to cook them. One particular recipe I know you make with them, I love because it's so much energy. Oh, I thought I saw some type of insect. I was wrong. Everything is fine. It's one of those things where the wall or the ceiling has got a little pock thing on it, and I completely forgot it was there. It's always been there. Everything is fine. I got startled. Let's just get 4 eggplant thingies for now, a bunch of yams, a huge amount of yams, 10 days. I'll need to plant and water a lot of yams, but I want to get a huge amount. I was trying to just get 32. Phooey. I mean, I could get 40. Why not? I want it to be an even number. I'm trying to get it in multiples of 8. So amaranth. I don't know why I'd need amaranth. I'll get 24 because I have no idea why I'm even getting any, to be honest. And a whole bunch of backup pumpkins. I was again trying to get 18. Phooey. That's annoying. Just get 20. Didn't plant any bok choy at all. None at all. It only takes 4 days to grow. So, since it's so inexpensive, I can get a whole bunch of it and sell whatever is the highest level and keep the lowest level. Or I could go and get 40 to match the yams. I don't want to. I don't need bok choy like that. It's just not that serious. I'm gonna go ahead and get another 4 eggplants because, I mean, I'm here. Why not? So, I'll get 27 pumpkin seeds because I want it to be even by the 3 row so that I can see if I can sprout a super pumpkin someplace. I'm calling it a super pumpkin. That is not the official name of it so far as I know. But to me, that is one super pumpkin. So 24 amaranth, 32 bok choy, and still a little bit of money left over. There's nothing else we need today. I want to guarantee a huge chance of all the gold pumpkins we need. I kind of expect that we should have the 5 gold pumpkins already. But I've been in a situation where the only reason why I couldn't complete the community center is because I didn't get enough of the quality crops during spring, summer, or fall. And then I couldn't get the glass house, so I couldn't grow anything like that during winter. So I just want to have a huge amount of backups. It's kind of a once bitten, twice shy situation. The extra 27 pumpkins are probably already going overboard, so there's nothing else to buy. There's nothing else we need. Could get cherry saplings if I had any. I could get a cherry sapling today, but it's so early in the year that I could really wait until winter and plant it and still have cherry sapling sprouts would be cherries and still have cherries growing in spring of next year. So guess I made the decision because it's 5 and it is too late to buy anything, but I've just suddenly remembered that there are 2 whole fossil pieces here that need to be put into the, oh look, yeah, the ticket need to be put into the museum. Then we can run back with that empty inventory space, the 2 slots. I'm getting tongue-tied again. We're going to take 2 things out and put them in here. Then we're going to run back and cash those tickets. Do the tickets stack? The tickets stack, so we would need some extra space for both things that we get. Foy la la. Just so exhausted. I don't know why. Well, come on. I just want it right here. It's just, I don't know why sometimes I get so completely, I do know why. It's like a tiredness thing. Tiredness just shows up differently in different people, and for me, my words will just drift away. So I'm trying to get them out, and I know what I'm trying to say, but the next thing you know, we got nothing for that. Let's keep it moving. The next thing you know, boom. I can't seem to get anything out. Just take a moment to center myself while we run in and get our prizes from the tickets. Good evening, Mayor. Jules, did you hear? It seems the old town bus started working again overnight. That old thing has been dormant for decades. This is truly a great mystery. Ah, that means Pam's been out of work for decades and just not knowing what to do with her life? Decades. Just sitting there watching that bus rot as she goes by. I hadn't put that together. Nothing says fall quite like a pumpkin, don't you think? I mean, I must. I just bought all the fall I could get my hands on, so one of these tickets is going to give us 3, count them, 3 mystery boxes. And the other ticket is going to give us, what is this? It's purple. It's called Star Drop Tea. So let's see, sneak peek of what we're going to get next. We've got some furniture. We've got some preserves jars. I'm going to get a stack of 4 preserves jars for one of our next tickets. That's really worth it. And an apple tree sapling. Again, shockingly worth it in every way. So the description for the Star Drop Tea, it's called Star Drop Tea. A very special gift that would delight anyone. So I think what we've got here is a universal gift. I'm gonna keep this thing for when I really need it. There's always someone I really, really want to gift. Very often Sebastian. And I simply do not even kind of have what I need to gift him. Let's run back to the house because now we've got to tend to all of our crops and I think take care of the chickens and the cows this late in the day. Dang. Okay, I can now safely put all of the recycling into the recycling thing. There's way too much stuff in this inventory. I'm gonna drop all of the nature stuff. And wow, there's a lot of stuff in this inventory. So I already kept 2 albacores. Bonjour, kitty cat. Kitty gato. Okay, so the 2 iridium albacore, the 2 gold albacore, a gold bream, and I might keep the regular random little smallmouth bass because it is profitable, but I don't know if it's profitable enough to care about selling it today. Then let's put this stuff, the geodes, in the box for things we have to do later. I'm not taking those seeds. It's ridiculous. There's too much stuff to plant already. I'll keep them for something else later on. And I think it's worth it to pop into the house, grab pepper poppers for speed, even though it's super late in the day. Really need that speed buff. We got another crystal. Leave the roots platter that we just bought. I'll take the Joja Cola in case I need another sort of just for an extra speed jump, speed buff on top of the food one, because the food buffs and the drink buffs stack different categories. Put the Star Drop Tea in here, which is funny because we can't drink it, right? You can't drink this. It's a gift. I guess you can't do anything with it. You could sit it on the table and show it off. I mean, it's a weird flex. I've got tea, but at the same time, it's a really special tea, and people are into flexing whatever they've got that they think is special, so why not? Pop the cranberries away. The plum, do not need that. Put a bunch of this stuff into the recycling machines. Very nice. Drop the quartz off. I've still got the fish, but I don't care right now. I just need to run around and get everything else done. Let us see what my... Oh, we got another ancient fruit. No, no, no. None of the pumpkins have sprouted, and they're not watered. Didn't water them. Did I water this? Oh no. It takes so long to water them. I mean, it's not like it's gonna ruin anything, but I feel like it's gonna ruin everything, so... Do this. The animals might not get milked today. Refill the watering can. Let's see. I'm gonna move both of the swords. Definitely don't need those right now. Not interested in the fishing rod right now. Definitely not this. Figure out what to plant right here. I will plant eggplants right here. Take 5 days to sprout. I don't know if I care enough to see I'm actually going to go over here and potentially, if I don't have way too much stuff open right now, see how quickly the eggplant is going to sprout. because I might or might not use fertilizer. When I spend a lot of time doing everything but growing crops, I sometimes use the deluxe fertilizer just to get as much time as possible and grow as much stuff as possible in the shortest possible time frame. So I don't think it's worth it for eggplants, but I'm gonna look it up because I really don't know. We'll get 2 crops. If we don't, planting it today, we should get 2 crops if we don't use fertilizer. And we'll get 2 crops if we do. So it's definitely not worth it. Let's plant the eggplants. All naked and free with nothing else anywhere about. And then really need to get that pickaxe upgraded to steel while we water the pumpkins here. I'm thinking the pickaxe needs to be upgraded to steel. Don't know if I can do that on this stream, but as much as I'm remembering, I'm gonna shoot for it. It's just there's so much else to do that's so important. We don't need to have a steel pickaxe to complete the community center. We don't need to have it to get a truffle so we have a chance to complete the community center right now. It's really not that important, per se. So, I was gonna say I'm not gonna chop down this tree because it'll take too much time, but there's so much stuff to do anyway. I've got to chop grass. Let's just go for it. Clear as much space right around here. Getting some good hay, and then just start using our lovely steel hoe to plant some more stuff. I don't know what, but once the spots are up, I don't care, I'll just figure it out. I'm gonna try to put it 5. I'm stepping back 1 square because 5, if that 1 square is out, it'll be 5. Instead of 5 plus 5 lined up, it's 5 plus 4. That makes 9, and I can easily come back out here and put sprinklers down. Oh, but my hand just seemed to slip off of the button, and I missed a square. I hate that. But it's not that late in the day. It's not a big deal. So I'm gonna grow a bunch of these pumpkins, and I'm gonna look it up and see how quickly they'll grow with the fertilizer. I typed in umpkin, so I have to do this again. Pumpkin, because I typed in umpkin. I mean, are we kidding? It sounds like the cutest cow name, or a chicken name, or a bunny name. I hope I remember that. Umpkin is the cutest thing. That's too funny. It was a happy accident. So if I use the fertilizer, once again, does not make any difference, because it takes, it's what it's showing right here is that if I plant it today, there's not going to be any time, because it takes 13 days to grow. It's going to sprout on day 14, so it's not going to do anything at all. I don't know why I was thinking it might sprout faster. This is slightly confusing for me. It says it takes 13 days to grow, and in my mind that counts the first day. When you plant the seed, that should be the first day of growth. But what they're saying, and this makes perfect sense, the next day is day 1, because that's when you have completed day 1. It's just like a birthday. You're working on your first year for an entire year, but you don't earn the title of 1 year old until after you have completed that year. That's what happens with this. So I thought I'd have a little bit of space for growing something really, really quickly, but in all reality, nothing grows that quickly right now except carrots, and carrots only grow in spring. So it was never going to be worth it, but whatever. Now that I'm hearing myself say it, I'm not sure that the logic was there for any use of this fertilizer, But for some reason in my mind, I keep forgetting Stardew months are 28 days long. I think it's a month, and in my mind I'm like, oh, well, you got 30, 31 days. No, 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 no. I've played the game enough to know it is 28 days. So in 2 weeks, you've got no time to grow anything else. It's just that for whatever reason, I often forget this thing. Probably because for the rest of my entire life, I have been getting accustomed to the concept. Shoot, one missed square on the row of 9 down there. If I'd been thinking about that, I wouldn't have planted here, but I already started. Yeah, it's just my whole life getting used to a month almost never being 28 days long, and then a video game changes that up. Truth of the matter is, there are a lot of different kinds of calendars other than the one I'm accustomed to, and a lot of them work very different. Real life calendars, a lot of them work very differently, so that's completely valid in a whole lot of ways, and probably a more reasonable system, because just about everything in life seems to work on a 4-week rotation. So it probably makes more sense that it's happening in the game, and I've often thought about that when I'm playing. If I plant the yams, they're called yams, and the yams take 10 days to mature. I just got an error page. How interesting. The yams take 10 days to mature. Then I use the fertilizer. Then they'll sprout on the 8th day. And then I've got the whole rest of that week to grow more stuff. So I'm gonna probably use the fertilizer here because I don't need it anywhere this year, really. Not really. I didn't even think to count that out in any particular pattern. And I really like a pattern, so I don't know why not. But yeah, let's go with it. Yeah, in all reality, I'm probably just going to go ahead and plant all of the yams, no matter how long it takes them. Oh, okay, I thought it was an edge of a boulder that I'd missed. It's just a regular stone. I can get that out of the way. I was really not feeling it. I'm going to forsake the yams and run to the cows because I don't want to miss a whole day of milk. And it's currently 1 a.m. Not gonna lie, the pig startled me. Forgot the pig existed. I was like, what the heck? Why does my cow look this way? Somebody shaved it and now it's naked and pink everywhere. I totally forgot. The pigs were one of the great victories today. Guess I must have been so convinced, so preoccupied with taking care of Linus's community cleanups. Whatever. I guess I was distracted by gathering trash is what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to use the proper names for these things, and that's just probably not going to last long because it's only helping me get more tongue-tied, and I'm really not into that. So I'm going to take just a teeny bit of this stuff out of here. Nothing else makes any sense to do except reorganize the inventory and plan to plant the rest of this stuff tomorrow in the game. That was a very successful Sunday, I think. A whole lot of stuff got done in this past few days. A whole lot of stuff. Okay. Let's get in the bed. Made 737 gold. It's not super fabulous and fly, but guess what? It's cool. Yeah. Let me take a moment to adjust down a cock-a-doodle-roo to you too. Adjust down this lighting. Because, wow. I truly think that's just way too much. And the weather for today is clearly sunny. Tomorrow, it's going to be clear and sunny tomorrow. Perfect weather for the Stardew Valley Fair. The event will take place in Pelican Town, starting between 9 a.m. and 3 p.m. Don't be late. I love that this game has got all of these reminders even on the day, so you don't really have a chance to completely forget something extremely important that you really want to be doing and that you would otherwise have been doing, because you have been reminded repeatedly. And so if you miss it, it's your own dang fault, basically. I am relighting my tea light to rewarm my tea again so I can get to sipping and soothing, because I forgot to relight it a little while ago. Let me get a sip of iced coffee and figure out what ought to be done today. We're back down to $4 grand. That is not enough to upgrade the house. Living off the land, that's right, the weather report. Weather report is what told me about the fair. Living off the land, the message today is, oh, tappers, gotta run up behind the farm and grab the stuff that sprouted and any foraging. There's a lot of stuff I need to pick up from all around town. It would be a great foraging day. Except, what's the spiritual forecast? The spirits are very displeased today. They will do their best to make your life difficult. Well, that's a good day for foraging. Way cool. Living off the land. Got any tappers? Crafty foragers know how to build them. You can attach them to the wild trees that grow all over. Maple trees yield maple syrup. Oak trees provide resin. And pine trees produce pine tar. Syrup's the most valuable, but all three products have their uses. Whew. Oh, it's hard for me to read without getting tongue-tied and twisted. Ugh. Okay, I'm grabbing a pepper popper because a day full of speed, baby. A day full of speed. I'm gonna grab that nasty-looking bait and take it out of the food container. Because that is not what I want to see. Oh, look, we've got a visitor. Oh, hi, Jules. Whew, that was quite a workout. Walking all the way up here. Jody's getting out of the house for some extra exercise. She's glad she's been meeting every week on Tuesdays with Robin and Marnie and everyone. Because if she hadn't been, she probably would not have been able to survive the trek up here. We are pulling strong barefoot in the rain. Is that what it's called? Barefoot in the park? Feelings. Us, this movie I absolutely loved when I was a child because the girl was all original and quirky. She had kind of like high energy Emily vibes, and I just loved it, and I thought it was amazing and awesome, and I just was like, this is what I'm gonna be like. She got married in the movie and her husband had to get used to her, and I was like, this is what I'm gonna be like. My husband's gonna have to get used to me. I'm gonna be original and interesting and singing songs that he's never heard of and all this stuff from the movie. I think it's Barefoot in the Rain? Barefoot in the Park? Gotta be Barefoot in the Park. I'm gonna have to look this up later. But I don't want to spend all my time going off on asides right now. I kind of do want to, apparently. It seems to be just programmed into my brain today. Back at it. Anyway, I came by to ask if you want to have dinner with us tonight, says Jody. You don't have to. But if you decide to come, could you please bring a largemouth bass with you? That's right. One of those big slimy fish from the lake. I need one for the casserole I'm making. Okay, well, it'll be at our house at around 7 p.m. tonight. Don't forget the largemouth bass. Bye. So that's our big Jody visits cutscene. Kinda cutscene. You are interacting with it, but it's just to make it continue, go forward. You don't really add anything. But just for anyone who hasn't played and doesn't know, a really, really nice and I think relaxing thing to understand about that challenge is that it doesn't actually have to take place tonight. It just has to be at that time frame. She said 7 p.m. Because I was like, oh no, I missed it, and it was over because I was so busy. I mean, she's here on a fall day today, and there's a whole lot of stuff to do, and I actually need to go grab the cranberries from inside of the house before I forget. That's not the right box. Because we need to refill these preserves jars and get some serious, serious profit going. Okay. Yeah, I thought I had missed it, and so I wasn't even trying for it, and then I found out that you can do it even if it's not on that day. It could just be any day after she offers it. You just need to turn up at the time with the largemouth bass. So that is deeply, deeply, really, really, really highly appreciated. Really highly appreciated. Especially in a game that is so contingent upon the decisions you make with time, what you have to do today. It's very much Phineas and Ferb about life. It's so like, Ferb, what are we going to do today? And then all of a sudden, you look at the cranberries, the preserves jars, and you get letters, and you've got to go tend fields and water 1,000,000 pumpkins and drop off stuff at the community center and run around and pick up eggs and milk cows and tend to pigs you forget you had, and before you know it, it's midnight and you missed getting to Jody's. So yeah, in a game where everything is so specific about time and when you get it done, the fact that it does not have to be done today, I think, is a marvelous touch. Jules, I've heard you've been giving some people a hand around town. Everyone seems really thankful. I'm awarding you this month's Best Neighbor Award with a small cash prize. Keep it up. Signed, Mayor. 500 gold enclosed. And you know what? Right now we really need it. Hi, Jules. Thanks for helping me clean up around the valley. The waters are looking much cleaner. I think everyone will appreciate it. I know I will. As a way of saying thanks, I wanted to teach you how to grow your own fiber. I hope it's useful. It's useful. Spoiler alert, it's very useful. Signed, Linus. New crafting recipe, fiber seeds. Oh, another letter? Are you kidding? I'm so tired of reading. My mouth is so confused. Oh, my goodness. Dear Jules, I just want to remind you that the Stardew Valley Fair is happening tomorrow. Don't forget to bring your 9 items for the Grange display. Remember, the fair starts at 9 a.m. in the town square. See you there, Mayor Lewis. I also still infinitely, deeply appreciate the repeated reminders. Said it before and I'll say it again. Man, I needed that in Harvest Moon. I did not get that in Harvest Moon. You know what I got? A whole lot of sudden post-the-day remembrance that I had fully forgotten. Dude, can I real fast eat my speed buff food before I lose it? What I used to get is a whole lot of post-the-day of the event remembrance that I was remembering the event after the event. I missed so much good stuff in that game because I could not recall that something crazy was happening at a certain time in a certain place. And honestly, a lot of the time I just forgot where the place even was. It was a short, easy map that for some reason I found knocked down another preserves jar without trying. It was a short, easy map that for some reason I found very disorienting. For whatever reason, it was just a nightmare for me and I couldn't figure it out. Let's sexualize our morning chickens. There we go. They're in love and they know they're loved. That is a lot of eggs. Don't mind me, I'm drunk off all the eggness. That is a lot of eggs. Because I completely forgot. Oh, okay, there's a chicken standing there. I didn't see it. Apparently I just tried to put an egg back into a chicken. I'm pretty sure no game works that way. You know what, if there's a game that works that way, please don't tell me about it. But at the same time, tell me about it. But at the same time, please don't tell me about it. Because... because why? This game almost worked that way, but again, this game doesn't work that way. So thank heaven for nice, big, fat, large, wonderful miracles. Okay, let's smack this seed up. Out of the ground. Inventory full. Let's go put some recycling away. Yay. Oh, man. Monday. What's happening on Monday? Am I forgetting something? Monday is the day Marnie's not at work. I don't need Marnie today. Why do I feel stressed out? I feel stressed out because it's Monday. I think it's because Monday is often when I would remember I need something from Marnie, and then she just straight up wasn't there. So what I'm going to do is look up the farmhouse. Because I would like to see how much it costs to upgrade everything. I'm going to just put this thing... Said hello to the cat. These little things, the snail, crayfish, and periwinkle, into the whatever you call this thing, because there's way too much stuff over here, and I want to put the rainbow trout out of here. I will grab the geodes in case I go running by Clint's, but I don't know if it's wise to have done so because it fills up more inventory space. But I'm grabbing it so I don't forget. We've got 3 iron bars. That's not enough to upgrade the pickaxe. I don't consider it to be important enough to run to the mines and try to get iron ore. So it's not going to get done today. It'd be very weird if that's the one thing we can't get done today on this stream, when everything else that we've been getting done has been miraculous beyond belief. All of those tens of thousands of things that needed to be bought, are you kidding me? We spent 75 grand plus in one day. That was magnificence personified. In year one, I mean, it's obviously doable, and I could have done more. I have done more, but I had to sacrifice an entire season of the game to just infinite planting and watering, and I didn't have time to do anything else. And I really didn't want to do that on stream because look, I want to say that's kind of boring. I didn't find it boring doing it. I found it tedious because I had done this to myself and it wasn't necessary. It was just something I felt like doing in order to make a huge amount of profit because I was going for something very specific in that game. But I know that not everyone is going to want to watch me wake up. Like, I planted hundreds and hundreds of cranberries in one of my games because I desperately wanted huge amounts of profit, and I planted the whole area in front of the farmhouse and all of this over here, double what's planted right now down this area, not including the patch of cranberries over here. But if you look at all the plants that are planted over here and off in that direction, I had double that planted. So you can make a huge amount of money year one. It's just that there is a sacrifice to be made. Because when I did that, all I had time to do, the only thing I had time to do really was wake up and water, and anything else was just an aside. So I wasn't really trying to do that on stream. If I ever get to a point where I want to do specific challenges like that, I don't know. Maybe I'll just record them and edit them and put them up as videos someplace, you know? Because I don't think that's the most engaging thing to have to sit down and watch, but I don't know. The repetition can be very relaxing for my brain because the Audi half of my brain really loves that stuff. The ADHD half of my brain is not that into it. It varies. My reactions to things of this nature, they vary. Now, I've got the farmhouse, but it's the upgrade. I need 450 wood and 10 grand. That sounds very doable today. Three, 4, 5. Something's missing. Did it go all the way down there? Is someone still in here? Okay. Inventory full. Dang. The pigs do not need a lot of space yet for truffle hunting because they have not matured and gotten their truffle hunt on. Ah! I'm trying not to go supersonic in the microphone. I just cut myself off so hard. I can do some really pitchy business sometimes, so I'm trying not to do that. I just was so happy when that white cow walked from behind the barn, so now I don't have to run around and find it. I was like, I bet you're behind the barn because that's the one place where I can't see you. And it seems so unlikely that you would be there that that's probably the most reasonable place where you would be. Just because it's the last place where I would think to look. I was like, could you just be standing conveniently back here? I don't know, a moment ago I was just looking up there like silently. That was me. I bet that cow is hiding from me in the one place where I don't want to look. There's nothing else down here to get right now. There's some other stuff to plant. Gotta run to Pierre's. I don't want to waste the time in the day where everything's open, and I want to get these geodes cracked open. So got more iron out of the recycling machine, which is exceptionally cool. Wish we'd gotten oh, right, inventory full. Wish we'd gotten even more than that, but that was nice. So just dump everything in here. Yeah, including the should I keep more of the cranberries? I was gonna see how many I had. 102. I might actually sell some more. Something traumatized me about math as a child, so I'm trying to quietly think about that number. Is that 23 preserves jars? 79, 89, 99 plus 2, right? Plus 3, it's 23. So we can sell a humongous amount of cranberries without even having to think about preserves jars, because we don't have a lot of resources for making preserves jars, but I kind of want to keep them just to be safe, because who knows, I could get a huge amount of stone in a minute and then just be hurting for the cranberries, a huge amount of stones to make preserves jars, and then have all these extra preserves jars and nothing super expensive to put into them. So I'm gonna just carry the blueberries along, the cranberries along with me today. And now we can grab this. Go sell stuff. I will need to chop wood if I'm gonna have any chance at all of upgrading the kitchen today. I'm seriously wondering, is Robin not at work on a Monday? There's some reason why I feel horrified about Monday. I feel weirdly disturbed that I'm missing something or forgetting something. Fish casserole, that's new. Delivery Pam and iron bar. I mean, I'll grab it because 360 is useful right now and I don't have enough to upgrade anything. Although in all reality, if I don't give her that, because we just got some iron ore out of the recycling machine, it could be fairly easy to make the extra 2 bars we need and get this thing upgraded, not tomorrow because of the fair, but the day after. Oh, well, now I don't know what to do. I'll put the gold bar in here. That's the free one that came out of the trash, and I was kind of thinking I wanted to do something special with it because it was so fabulous and fly that it popped up out of nowhere. But right now, the thing I want to do with it is get it out of my face. So that's what we're going to do. And I'm going to put the fertilizer away And I just made that tree fertilizer because if this thing takes any longer to grow in my way right here, I don't know. It feels like it's been there all year. And that can't really be the case, can it? It just really feels as if I've been running around that one tree all year. Eel, I'm not going to be out that late to get eel. I don't know what the heck I'm going to be doing or where I'm going to be. Why am I saying that like it's completely decided? I'm so confused right now. I literally don't know what to do next. So, oh, more coal. That's worthwhile. Just because. I'm gonna make one iron bar and pop this quartz off to the side because I do not need to carry it with me. And then remember that I can refill the recycling machines and run off to Pierre's to make profit. Nope, it's fine. I knew it was 4 before I left the farm. I just thought, why did I run past the shortcut to Clint's? Like I didn't know to, like I didn't want to go to Clint's because I processed that it was too late before I left the farm, but it was a background thought, so I didn't really realize it. Hello, hi, first time chatter, welcome in. Hi, how are you doing? I'm tired but having fun. How are you doing? Oh, tired but happy and having fun. I like both this wallpaper and this flooring. I could stock up right now and redo the entire house this way. I just don't know if pink striped wallpaper is actually our vibe. We have been pulling emerald slash vibes with that leprechaun hat and our green hair for like so ever. I don't know if we want to switch it up and go for the, you know, world famous lingerie store bag look all at once and just turn it that way. I have no idea. I think I'll leave it, but I really like that floor. That brick floor is a nice get, and I would not mind changing out a lot of the floors and a lot of the things I'm going to get next and making it like that. I'm good. Wonderful. Okay. Let's go ahead and sell everything first. Make huge amounts of profit. Think about what to do with it. Because there's no time to chop all of the wood to get the upgrade to the kitchen today, which means the way I'm feeling, I'm not sure if it's going to happen this stream, but I'm not hurting over it because again, we spent 75 grand getting absolutely everything in order. There's something wonderful that I completely forgot that we could be planning for literally every single day. And I totally forgot, but it's a really bad luck day today, so now is not when I would want to be doing it. But there's something wonderful that we could be doing because the bus was fixed, and we can go out now and see what got fixed and exactly what was unlocked. For anyone who hasn't seen it before, it's a big deal. Hold on a second. I'm gonna spin around. I'm feeling sniffly. I need a half a second of privacy. Cannot figure out where else to go. How's your stream going? It's going... I think it's going rather nicely. How do you think it's going? Are you having fun? Do you like Stardew Valley, or are you just looking for something interesting to do today? Just checking stuff out. Fall is Abby's favorite season, so I'm hoping she'll come out of her room more often, Caroline says. Fall seeds are here. Crops don't grow in winter, so this is your last shot until spring, says Pierre. Better go all out, huh? Better go all out. Trying to sell at literally every moment of life. I might want to buy some of these things here, the sugar, wheat flour, rice, oil, vinegar, in case we do the kitchen upgrade, but I don't think I'm planning on doing the kitchen upgrade anymore. I know, Alex, but you're always standing. Oh, no, I didn't see Evelyn. Evelyn is not always standing here. I think it's fun. You think the game is... Oh, the game is fun or the stream? Well, either way, cool. Want everyone watching to have a ball. My grandmother told me I should spend... Ooh. Just hearing something really loud happening. Really disturbed me. I think I'm hearing a combination of things. Everything is fine. I got a little startled. My grandma told me I should spend more time studying, Alex says. I was like, Grams, don't fret. I'm turning pro. I bet that really relaxed her, Alex. I bet it really did. Studying is for nerds anyway. Alex is not a nerd. It's a shame, Alex. We like nerds over at Emerald Farm. Guess you can't come over and play. Anyway, spicy eel. I'm gonna go ahead and just buy all of that. We're just gonna instantly buy all of the spicy eel. That's not even a thinker. We're just getting it done. I don't think I want to... Here's what I'm thinking. I might want to get a better weapon soon, because we're going to take that bus, and taking that bus is going to give us a reason to have a better weapon. And the weapon I know of, I don't know if I have access to it right now, but I could go check and see. I like Stardew Valley and both, so you like Stardew and the stream, good. That's very nice. I'm glad you do. I can't remember what I was about to say. I think I want to go check and see if that weapon is available. And that weapon is so expensive that I can't buy it today. You play any other game or just this one? I haven't streamed any other games yet. Right now, I play a good amount of games, but I kind of like to stay centered on the ones I really like at the moment, and it seems like my favorite ones right now, Stardew Valley. I was talking about Zelda the other day, which I find to be a very impressive game. I wouldn't mind streaming something like that in the future. I would stream some stuff like that in the future. When I started streaming a long time ago, I was doing Stardew, and I still love doing Stardew, and there's so much to do in the game that I don't have to do anything else. But I would not mind doing something else. I play The Sims 3. That's harder for me because that's a PC game. I play it on PC. And I find the concept of streaming from the PC to be much more stressful. Just trying to create a nice, peaceful and private atmosphere. Recording what's going on my screen seems really bizarre for me, so I probably don't want to stream anything that's a PC game. But what I'd be very interested in doing in the future is other stuff, like maybe Zelda, because that was just a ball. It's hugely challenging. I'm not gonna lie, there's stuff in that game I don't want to have to do again, but it would be kind of fun just because it's such a well-made game. I wouldn't mind. I also wouldn't mind trying a new game that I haven't played before. But these are all thoughts that are just popping into my head. So stuff, you know, if anybody's interested in that in the future, I might do different stuff. But right now I'm going to focus on Stardew and this new update. I just don't want it locked in that I'm just a Stardew streamer, because even though I'd be happy just to do that, I mean, there's a whole another world of video games out there, so could play those too. Expand my channel, expand my brain, because if I'm playing my brain, that too, the challenge of doing it, getting it together, but expand my brand, because if I'm doing this stuff, then I'd like to focus on doing whatever it is that's best and most interesting in the moment. Okay, we've got 2 offers on the bulletin board, or they called it a billboard. One is from the wizard. I see his little picture in the corner. A curious substance. I seek an extremely rare and powerful goop known as ectoplasm. It can be found in the remains of slain ghosts. Signed, M. Rasmodius. I wish I could remember what M stands for. Do I know what M stands for? I just always think of him as being Rosmodius. I keep trying to say his whole name out, and I don't think I even know what the M stands for. I gotta look that up sometime. Luckily, I'll be reminded to do it again sometime other than now, because I got too much stuff going on in the game to go off to the side and look everything up. But you've got 7 days to do that. A curious substance. Find him some ectoplasm in ghosts and Gus's famous omelet. I've got the urge to make my famous giant omelet, but I'll need 24 eggs. Any takers? Signed, Gus. We've got 14 days for that one. This is really hard as a decision. It's not that hard to get the ectoplasm out of the ghost, but there are only 7 days. My nose is freezing cold. The weather has changed and my nose is freezing. I keep trying to warm it up. This is what I have to do. My nose is freezing cold, so I keep reaching up here, warming it up, because it feels like a block of ice on the end of my face. Anyway, we can do the thing with the ghost, and we've got 7 days to do it, but I'm not sure if there's really any... What's the thing I'm looking for? I don't know if there is a pull to go to the mines right now, because fall is so busy getting everything done that while I'm planning to go do anything, I generally just fail to get it done. And that seems like it'd be super easy to complete, but I think what I want to do is go for Gus's famous omelet, because we've got 14 days to do it, which I believe is the whole time frame for the event, for the challenge. And the chickens are producing every single day, so that's just passive. It's going to happen anyway. I'm going to have the 14... What am I saying? I'm going to have the 24 eggs, the 24 eggs anyway. So I'm going to go for that. And we're going to see how that affects things. Alright, the fishing task. We got the super smallmouth bass, apparently, to Demetrius. And we have earned 150 gold as a reward, so we'll do that. Delivery for Pam. I'm keeping my iron bar, Pam. I thought better of it. I was gonna do it, but we're not doing it. And let's see. I wanted to run down to the beach, check for any obvious foraging, maybe fish for a small moment. Oh, there's a lot of foraging just right there. Maybe fish for a small moment. But the more I think about it, the more it would be kind of profitable to just go back to the farm and plant everything. And if there's time, instead of fishing, go to the mines and get some more iron. Because a horrible luck day does not mean that it's impossible to get iron. It just might not be fun, but we need 3 pieces. And I don't know if it's possible to get that out of one node or not, but somewhere in my mind I'm thinking it's very possible to get a mere 3 pieces out of one iron node. So it might be really better to just go to the farm, plant everything, and try to run to the local mines before the end of the day. I mean, I could run to the mines now and forsake the planting, but there's not a lot of planting time left in the year, so I won't do that. You just have to remember not to accidentally make any more unexpected sprinklers, because that's what I really want the iron for after all. Let me sell our puny wee oysters, the only thing in my inventory I want to sell right now. Drop off the geodes all over again, because there is really nothing to do with them. And drink a Joja Cola. No more recycling to throw in here. Let's just pick that up. We've got all the tools. Let's grab the 1 mayonnaise. As a matter of fact, can come over here, pick up the cheese, start making some more cheese. We stockpiled a lot of milk. Out of the Joja speed buff already, so I don't know where I want to start expanding the crops. I think I need to go back up to the top, because the reason why I didn't keep going this way is because there are boulders and stuff. I don't want to have to... Well, let me see. The way this one boulder is positioned, it's only going to take up one space. Is that... Can I still... It's even. I don't even have to be worried about that. Okay. Cool beans. I mean, there is a lot of other stuff to get rid of, but it's doable. I don't need to go all the way down there. I'm going to focus on clearing this little area right off across here. What else do I have to plant? I've got a lot of other stuff to plant if I get around to planting it. These take 7 days. If we do the yam seeds first, only 14 of those, that's not a big deal. Sunflower seeds take 8 days. Amaranth takes 7. And the bok choy takes 4. So... yeah, but if I'm streaming other things one day, that's probably like way in the future type stuff. Because for now, it seems like the best thing for me to do is focus on what I have time for. And right now, what I have time for is, well, it's just a whole lot easier to plan on streaming Stardew. I know what I'll be doing. I know where it is. It's easy to keep it together and be prepared for the next stream. But yeah, I've thought about that, and people I know, or people who, like, people in my circle or in the circles of people that I know, seem to just think it might be a good idea for me to do all the cozy stuff, because I really like cozy games. Apparently I didn't really pick up on this term until recently in life, because I kind of never really cared about the terms like, oh, this is a cozy game. To call something a cozy game, I grew up in a different generation, so I didn't know if that was supposed to be a good thing or not, because it's kind of like when you're reading a book and someone calls it something like chit lit, and you have to wonder, based on how they're saying it, it might just mean, oh, well, okay, this is what we're calling it, let's go with the colloquialism. But for some people, they're not really saying it too nicely. So when I heard cozy games, I'm fine with the term, but it's almost like I kept hearing people saying it like, yeah, you're not playing a real, you know, some of those people who used to exist, and I'm sure probably still do exist, they'd be like, eh, she plays cozy games, you know. She's just sitting there on her phone with, you know, whatever the popular puzzle game is at the moment. But I like it. I like the coziness. The coziness is fly. It's also kind of a weird and sad stereotype to decide who you think is playing it and what you think that means about people. But whatever it is people are thinking, I'm loving it. It's very relaxing. And I'm not gonna lie, my taste in all media has changed. Because I've always been a person who's just interested in whatever is the best story. I mean, movie-wise, TV-wise, video game-wise. I was interested in stuff that was just fascinating. But then I got to a place in my life where I don't want anything that's just fascinating if it's too stressful. I literally just want to relax. Anytime I get a choice, I want that thing to be relaxing for me. So I totally switched up gears, and Stardew came at the perfect time. Oh no, run into something. Stardew came at the perfect time in my life, but I'm thinking about the cozy gaming aspect. And I never thought of The Sims 3 as a cozy game, but it kind of is. You can play it however you want. And it's a life sim, so you just kind of choose how you live your life. But that would be future stuff. I just want it out there that I'm open to that stuff. Who's to say? You never know. I might find my happy place streaming Stardew non-stop for 5 years or something. I have no idea. Alright, I was really hoping I could get all of that stuff planted and run back to the house. And there are 5 bok choy seeds that are not planted, but I'm not mad at it. Oh no. I'm gonna run down here. Didn't get to plant the fairy seed. I mean, plant it. No, didn't get to water it. I forgot it was down there. It's in such a weird location. Is that all that needs to be done today? Yes, it's all that I'm gonna do. I could sell the cheese, but I think if I run over there, we're gonna just pass out straight where we stand. Said hello to the cat already. Let's get in bed. Absolutely fabulous. Oh, I've been going for 4 hours. Oh, I need a circulation check. We've made 323 gold selling seafood that we dredged out of the river one day on a whim. Oh boy. Okay, so the weather today is sunny, and it's going to be a beautiful sunny day tomorrow. The spiritual forecast is the spirits feel neutral today. The day is or will be. The day is in your hands. Let's do some wake up. I need to bounce. I gotta stim. I gotta get my energy up. I might have to take a break at the end of this day. I don't know. I don't know if it's gonna be a break or if I'm gonna play for another day. Like, I'm gonna take a break at the end of this day and then figure out if I'm gonna keep going. I think I've got to go for at least a few more days because I really want to get as far into this cool stuff that's up. I'd like to be able to get to the mines and make this bar and upgrade this copper axe. It's not a whole lot of stuff to look forward to now, but we got the huge stuff done so early. The only thing I really had left that I truly wanted to do today was upgrade the axe. So why not go get that done? I'm gonna take the pepper poppers and a super meal and leave the Joja Cola. Once I get out of the house, I'll see if I need to eat a fishing buff pepper popper for speed or if I'm just gonna eat the super meal for speed. Excuse me, hiccups again. Okay, so if the cranberries did not hatch today, then I'm not gonna eat a farming buff food. I'm gonna eat the super meal. And it's Tuesday. And it's the day of the Grange Fair. Shoot. It's not called a Grange Fair, but I'm just like the Grange display. 9 things. You need to choose 9 things to put in that thing. Oh, I don't think I have enough stuff to win that thing today. I really don't. I wasn't planning on it. I've sold almost everything hyper useful. I don't really have any hopes for winning it. I wish I did, but I have no idea what I put in. Let's just take some of this extra stuff out of here. Oh, the coral too. And I just realized got a couple of eating nooks next to each other. We've got to save the eggs now. Got to gather 24 eggs in 14 days, and day 1 was yesterday, so now we've got 13 days to gather 24 eggs. Can't make any mayonnaise. We can't profit off of that right now. How much does it cost to upgrade the coop? We've got to have what it takes to upgrade the coop, right? I'm gonna go look that up. Oh, let's see. I've got crumbs on my keyboard. It's horrifying. I don't want it there, but it would be really loud to get them out. The next level coop. Okay, we've got the 10 grand. It costs 10 grand. We need 400 wood. I can get that today. And we need 150 stones. Then we can get a duck. We need a duck. We need a duck. I'm bumming because I wanted to go back and get that 380 gold duck egg. I wanted to get, there were 5 of them. And I got 1 because there wasn't enough money to get more that day. And then I ran around town, and once again there was so much to do I forgot to go back. So now is the time when it'd be very profitable to have had that egg to incubate. because a duck is going to cost $1,200, but we've got cranberries. We can make and spend $1,200 without even having to think about it. So let's see. But it just would have been so much fun to spend $380 instead. It was my evil plan and I was into it. Oh well. Maybe next time. What? Did I just see something move? The cow was down here and I missed it. That's the one I said hi to. I missed that one? I missed this one up here right next to all the other ones where I can plainly and cleanly see it. Cool. Why not? Of course, I believe that. That's totally believable in every way. I wonder... You think they ran and switched places? I could have sworn I said hello to a cow that was right there. Do you think they ran? Do you think they ever ran? Do cows run in this game? I don't think cows want to run in this game. I don't think that's pulling their natural vibes. It's giving you're living in a fairy tale. Stop. I've never seen a cow speed up, except when I'm trying to deal with a crop that's a few feet ahead of the cow, and while I'm busy changing my tools so I can deal with my crops, all of a sudden the cow is just standing there in the exact space where I need to plant and hoe and water. So aside from that, yeah, Stardew Valley Fair, dang. Am I even gonna have time? I was clearing that so that more grass would grow. Just running around getting rid of a little bit of the debris on the farm, picking up a handful of resources, but the fair has started. It's only 9:20 a.m. Let's chop this tree down. We need wood. Maybe upgrade the coop. Upgrading the coop sounds very, very nice. And now I can water my plants. But I want to hurry and water the plants. I'm just going to go and do whatever feels natural until noon. And then I'm going to worry about timing and what to choose for the Grange display and all that jazz. Oh man, you know what I just realized? Just as a very personal thing, there's some stuff at the fair, and some of it is fun, but I tend to play it in a very weird and stressful way that I'm not sure makes sense. I'm trying to figure out if I'm going to do that where people can see, because I kind of take some gambles sometimes, and sometimes I lose, and then it takes a really long time to make up what I just lost. But sometimes it's a really big win, so I'm going to put the bee house here. Oh, dang. If I'd put the bee house over in this area, I could have already had specialty honey. Phooey. But whatever, we got a regular honey, right? Wild honey, because it wasn't close enough to the flower. The flower was there, but the bee house has to be within a certain proximity of a flower in order to make flower-specific honey. And it wasn't there. Oh, the pumpkins. The pumpkins hatched. Oh, way cool. Oh, the first one I picked was gold. Oh, oh, that bodes very well for getting 5 gold ones. I think we're going to have... We already got 5 gold ones. We got 8. Oh. Well, that was easy. That's 12 gold pumpkins. And also, I'm really happy that there are way fewer pumpkins now to water. So I'm actually going to water until maybe 12:20. I'm just going to try to complete this line. That is so cool. All I want to do now is get to the community center and put those pumpkins in. That's going to complete the quality crops bundle. That is incredibly exciting. And I love it. Let's put the rest of the bok choy down real fast, and dang it, not gonna get to the mines today, because this festival is gonna eat all of our time like crazy. What am I gonna do? I don't even know what to decide on. I'm gonna go ahead and take a break now because I do not know what to do next, but I know what I've got to do next is pick some really expensive stuff and some nice stuff to display. And I'm pretty sure that I need a bathroom break before I go do the entire rest of this day, including this fair. So I'm gonna go take like a 20-minute break and I'll be back, and then I'll figure out how much more, forgot the camera's here now, figure out how much more we'll stream today. So anybody who's viewing, thank you for viewing. Come back, go do what you need to do, and we will continue, but for the moment we will be right back.